Thank you. Okay, there we go. Record. I think it's recording. Do I know? Yeah, okay.
It is.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to sit here. I had told all the other people my stress of the day was recording 2 short 1 minute and 45-second recordings for Rotary because they're doing Rotary banquet for seniors. It took me like an hour to do that because I kept messing up. So I'm like kind of stressed about that. That's why my hair is all pulled back. I had to get on regular clothes and do all that stuff. Oh, here comes Gabe.
Oh, Gabe.
Everybody's, I know. We're so excited to see Gabe. And he better not just give us that orange box the whole time either.
I know. Come on, Gabe.
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 Gabe. All right. I don't know how many other people we're waiting for. I think just about everybody said they were coming, but I don't want to wait too much longer. What time is it?
But everybody said they were coming, but I don't want to wait too much longer.
So if everybody right now could just mute.
So if everybody right now could just mute.
Thank you. And then I'm going to read all this junk. I don't know who this is, just a number. And then I'm going to go through all this information. And those of you that need to leave, who's this going to be? Courtney. Hi, Courtney. Those of you that need to leave, you can just leave. Jade asked if I would record this, so I am recording it. So if you need to leave, the recording will be there. I don't know how do I get that, but I'll ask you later how I get it to you, or if you just get to see it, because I don't know. Lexi's popping up. So the first part of this, I want to make sure everybody who wants to has let me know that you want to take it at school. And I'll start this by saying yesterday, 3 kids took it at school. Gavin, who lives, I think, in outer Siberia and gets no Wi-Fi, as well as Ellie Hamilton, who lives out in Siberia and gets no Wi-Fi, and then Wyatt. So those 3 kids took it at, hi Bonnie, those 3 kids took it at school, but my other 15 kids took it at home and were able to upload. I had 100% success of everybody uploading their documents yesterday. You just have to upload one, 100%, no problems. So that's going to be my first thing that I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to send you an email after we finish this, so that you know what you have to do, because you can't upload a Google Doc. You have to convert it to a PDF. And I'll send you an email on how to do it. It's incredibly simple. You go to File, Download, PDF, and I am going to encourage you to download it to your desktop so you can find it really easy, and then boom, upload to your desktop. So that's the first thing is, and I'll send an email for all of you on how to do that. And that's the most important thing, is downloading, if you're going to download. I had probably about 3/4 of the kids do uploading a PDF, and then about 4 or 5 did copy and paste, and no one had any difficulty. You have the option of both. So gosh forbid if you're doing one and that messes up, you can move to the other. So I'm going to start this at the very beginning of the AP Euro exam, which they took yesterday, and their exam began at 4 o'clock. So at 3:45, I get an email from Damon Earl, and he's telling me that he can't get past the paragraph. I don't know what this paragraph is. So now I'm telling you, evidently, very much like when you take I-STEP test, there's like a little practice thing that you must do. I don't know what it looks like. You got to type something in a box or copy and paste something into something. And what you have to do tomorrow is you have to type something in this box. Whatever he had to type in this box, it wasn't allowing him to do it. And he didn't have enough characters. And he and I are both panicking, very much so. Let's just say in the course of about 8 minutes, we exchanged 18 emails. Me, I don't know what you're talking about, and him trying to explain to me. At one point, he's like, I have to type PANS, P-A-N-S, and I can only type PAN. And I just email back, PANS? What are you talking about, PANS? I don't know what's happening. I'm Googling, I don't know. But here's the bottom line. The text box is expandable. You can pull it down. He found that out, at 3:57, of which then I emailed back, I now have 1,000 gray hairs more than I did at 3:54. And if you know Damon, he emailed back, as do I. That was just all he said, as do I. So please know, whatever that little box is that you got to type stuff in, you can pull it down. Also, I will be sitting by my laptop or my phone by my email starting tomorrow at 1:30. So gosh forbid something like that happens to you, please email me and I will try and help you. Right now, my heart is racing just like it was yesterday. I cannot tell you. And Damon, with his calm, cool self, because we had our Zoom meeting afterwards, he's like, yeah, I was pretty panicked. I'm like, yeah, Damon, but you weren't using question marks and exclamation points in our 18 emails like I was. So that's the first thing. The second part is that everyone will have a different prompt. So any of you that were thinking you were going to cheat, not that you were, my Euro kids, I have 18 of them. There were 4 different prompts. 4. Now, they were really good prompts, and I'm sure half of you could answer. And this is also why I'm telling you this, because I think this is good news. The AP Euro prompts were the Protestant Reformation, the Enlightenment, the French Revolution, and Napoleon. You don't get much more European history than that, right? That's European history. So that, I'm telling you that because I think, and I know they aren't the same writers, but if that's the way that AP Euro was approaching the DBQ, I hope that our US DBQ writers are approaching it the same way. Iconic US history moments. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm hoping. As I said, I think I mentioned at the beginning, everybody got their 45 minutes in, and most of the kids said they were finished and uploading with like 3 minutes left. So that's the other key for the issues. The issues so far that I have been monitoring on the ever popular Twitter that everybody loves to complain about is twofold. One, people trying to upload pictures, and almost all the problems come from that, pictures. And then the other problem comes from, guess what, waiting till the last minute. So if you wait till that last minute, you're trying to upload with 700 other thousand kids, because APUSH is the second most taken exam. That always sounds so weird the way I say it. So my advice is so what's going to happen is you're going to get the countdown to 45 minutes. So you're going to get 45 minutes, and then you're going to go to a red timer of 5 minutes. By 3 minutes of that red timer, you should be uploading. You should be doing that. Now, gosh forbid something happened with your upload. Instantaneously, you will get something that says, click here for the makeup exam. So if you get it, just click it for the makeup exam. You will know if your uploaded document was successful, because then you'll get a pop-up screen that says, congratulations, you have completed your the requirements for your APUSH exam. So you'll get something that says you've completed this. If you don't, you'll get a link that will tell you to link it. It takes you back to your e-ticket, and you'll move on. So far, I think we've only had 2 students that were not successful, and both of them, I think, were calculus, and they were trying to upload pictures. And I want to say once again, if you think, or if your normal Canvas uploads at your house don't work right, you seriously might want to think about coming into the school tomorrow to take the exam. So far, 2 people have taken up that opportunity. If you want to do that, as soon as we finish in this Zoom, email me so that you can take it at the school. And it's not a problem. Mr. Listman will be there. The only reason we need to know is because we got to put you guys all in separate rooms. But if you're able to use Canvas at your house and upload regular documents without a problem, you should be good to go. Okay? So my next step for those of you taking it home, you need to make sure every single person is off the Wi-Fi. No one's watching Netflix, and I'm looking at you, Annie. No one's watching Netflix. No one's playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, any of those things. Abby, kick your brother off. Lexi, kick your brother off. everybody kicks off of any internet thing that they're doing. No Wi-Fi usage except for you. So starting at the time that you need to log on, 1:30, because that's when everybody's logging on. What are you wearing, Mason? Oh, he's wearing a warrior hat. Oh, for heaven's sake. So at 1:30, when you have to log on, you need to be off and have everyone in your house off any kind of Wi-Fi. Now, the 1:30 thing, I think if you're finished and you type in that box correctly, I think it takes you all of 5 or 10 minutes. So then you're going to sit there for 20 minutes doing nothing. You can't log off, just got to watch that thing tick down. So you need to make sure everybody's off and that everybody stays off until you've completely uploaded your document. That's the key part of all of this. We, again, are going to convert that file, Mason, convert that Google Doc to a PDF, or you're going to copy and paste into the document. You can send, and when we're all done, like all of my Euro kids sent me their PDFs. There's nothing against sending it to me. If you want me to read it, I can read it. Not while, but that's after the exam, like after we have our Zoom meeting. Check and make sure everybody's e-ticket, you've got it, you know where it's at. Who's my person that said they put it, oh, it was Haley. Like she put a star on it so she could find that email super quick. That's a good idea. And you're gonna click that e-ticket and it'll take you right to your test. Again, your test, I'm gonna say this because I haven't seen everybody. Your test will open and then you'll have to open that second document so that you have a split screen. On all 4 of the DBQs from my AP Euro, they all had 4 documents and then a something else. A picture, the Napoleon people had a song, which freaked them out. Like that was the first thing they said, a song, we've never had a song. It's a document, it's still a song, but it freaked them out. And they, most all of them said the documents were short. There weren't any really long documents, that the documents were short. Most of them said the documents were probably not more than about 5 or 6 sentences. As always, the documents, none of them were familiar with. None of them, like, we don't know, and that's on purpose. So having said that, in every single one of those topics, there was something that was missing. Oh, don't push you off a cliff, stop. So this is my second, wherever I'm at on my list, my 4th one. If you did not go on Monday to pick up the checklist that I had printed off, as well as pick up one of those outside information signs, you need to make yourself one of those, or some kind of reminder, some kind of sticky note on your laptop for outside information. Hi, Reagan. This is being recorded, Reagan, so you can catch up with the stuff that we already did, okay? I don't know how you get to the recording, but there we go. We'll figure that out later. But you need to make sure that you're getting that outside information, because from our debriefing, the outside information was obvious, like incredibly obvious. Like the Protestant Reformation, there was nothing about John Calvin, 0 things about John Calvin. On Napoleon, there were 0 things about his enlightened despot, like putting all of his brothers and sisters on the throne. So each on if Napoleon, with the French Revolution, economic or political, there was absolutely nothing about Robespierre, Committee of so there'll be something obvious that you should be able to put in. So make sure you make that sign for yourself about outside information. I've already sent you, this is the fun one, I've already sent you a Google Drive folder to upload pictures. So you need to take a selfie of yourself in your AP Euro shirt, and then also a picture of your testing place so that I can see, because we won't be able to take pictures. I won't be able to visually see you the day before like I would have on Monday, or not in the 8 o'clock in the morning. We're missing out so much, like what font would I use for your name and where would you be sitting and all that fun stuff. And the most important thing is we're missing out on our lunch afterwards. So I will be getting in contact with you to plan that. Dr. Jenkins said after June 30th, we can plan anything at school. So we'll do something that we'll get together to replace our lunch that we didn't get, because that's an important part of the APUSH exam as well. Making sure, again, for those of you that like sticky notes, reminders, I would put a sticky note telling you thesis, contextualization, outside information, cap statements, synthesis. And those of you working on that synthesis, the synthesis still needs to be within kind of a 50-year range. So don't go too far, because I don't know that they're going to count it if it goes outside of our testing limits. So our testing limits end at 1945. So don't talk about, if we have something about African Americans, can't really talk about the civil rights movement. That last part that you could be able to talk about with any like, yeah, that's acceptable would be, and we didn't discuss this, but some of you might know it, but like the integration of the armed forces. That would be a way to do that. Remember, your context should be like within a 20-year mark of the event that's happening. And the cap statements, the easiest cap statements are, to me, always are point of view and purpose. Those are the two easier ones to do. Context shortly after audience. Are y'all laughing at me? Are you doing inside jokes for yourself? Okay. It's okay. It's all right. Let's see. What else is and then let me see what else I have. And then lastly, don't worry about typing mistakes, proofreading, any of those things, unless you really have lots of extra time. Teachers read what you mean to say, and okay, who's ever telling me they want to come to school? I don't know who, is that you, Courtney? Okay, you want, okay. I said email me after. Courtney, email me after and I'll get that, okay? Yes, you definitely want to if you're trying to take yours at home, Courtney, because you don't have good Wi-Fi. So don't spend any time correcting typos, spelling mistakes, or anything of that nature. And even if you see, I don't know, does Google Doc put the red squiggly line under your words? Do not worry about that. Yes, teachers will be reading that and we know what you mean to say. Much like when you see all those goofy things that only when you're reading something and they only have the first letter right and the second letter right of the word and you can still read it. Teachers can read what you mean to say. Also, I think we've talked about this a lot in class. If you get a name wrong, but you explain everything about that person correctly. So let's say in your anxiety, angst, getting ready to, and all that good stuff that happens when you're taking these time tests, you're wanting to write about Jackson, and you write everything correct about Jackson. You talk about his banking issues and nullification, but you keep typing Jefferson, that will be okay. Does that make sense? As long as you don't have to do a compare and contrast of Jefferson and Jackson. Does that make sense? So be more concerned when you're dropping names that you get the stuff right after the name instead of the name. Same thing with treaties or wars. Let's say you're trying to talk about the end of the Spanish-American War, and you call it the Treaty of Guadalupe and Hidalgo, which it's not, but you write that because of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo after the Spanish-American War, we got Guam, the Philippines. That's okay. That won't be taken against you. And last, I think on my list is making sure that you've got your document filled out with your AP ID number, last name, first name, and all of that stuff ready to go, okay? And I think that is everything on my list. All right. Oh God, Mason. Okay. My AP Euro kids felt really comfortable with the timing. They sent me their essays, and my kids that I thought would do well did really well. My ones that were marginal gave me marginal ones. So I don't know that this will probably be any different for those of you. You know, it won't detract from any of your skills. I will continue to say the most important thing that you will type tomorrow is that thesis statement, because without that thesis statement, everything just kind of everything doesn't flow, and it just becomes you throwing a lot of crap together, right? So really make sure you think about that thesis statement. And then also make sure you have paper and pencil, because I think that's going to be something you're going to have to think about how you're going to do by looking at the documents, and then also putting them where you need them to be. So I know I would have to have paper and pencil, just because that would make me feel better in organizing and sorting those documents. Again, I think 5 to 10, no more than 10 minutes of planning, and then you need to start going. Don't worry about double spacing. It would be awesome if you did, if you remembered that. Let me see what that says. Is it download or download prompt? It's going to be on the screen. It's on the screen. Oh, now I can't get this thing out of here. So what you'll have, it's a split screen. So when you click that test, it will pull all the documents up over here. I asked a couple of the kids to send me screenshots. So it looks kind of like Canvas, but the documents will be right there. And then you will have your screen to pull up right beside and type however you're going to. The only thing, again, I would highly recommend it and I'm going to send that as an email as soon as we're done. If you don't know how to download a Google Doc as a PDF, make sure you look at that email tonight and I'll send it out to you. It's really simple. Just download PDF. Make sure that you send it somewhere that you need it to go. And Gabe, whenever you need to leave, you can just dip out. So, okay. I think my AP Euro kids felt pretty good. The hardest one was the Napoleon one, I think, for most of them. But I think they felt overall pretty good. All of them got finished in the 45 minutes. They were all finished uploading by the 3-minute mark of their last 5 minutes. Is that a stormtrooper? Is that what that is, a stormtrooper? Okay, okay, yay. I don't do Star Wars, so I don't know. And make sure you're all wearing your AP shirts so that you get the good mojo. Don't be like stupid Finn and wear your stupid Tom Brady shirt, because I'm pretty sure if he doesn't pass, I know exactly why. He got some bad mojo from Tom Brady. Who would wear a Tom Brady jersey to take any kind of test? Like, that's just insanity. Insanity times a gazillion. Craziness. Courtney, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. You just park in the back by the teacher lot and enter the back common doors, and then go into the office and find Mr. Listman. Anybody else that wants to do that, just text me. All that is needed is to find a space for you. So anybody else that wants to do that, it's no big deal. Mr. Listman is there. I just need to know so he can find space. And then don't forget to bring all your stuff with you. And all your stuff will be your cheat sheets, those DBQs, and also any little notes that you want to make to yourself, outside information. Please, if you want, because I think this is really good, those of you taking it home, your furry companions, that will be good for you. Scott, has anyone ever seen Scott Fusco's enormous bear of a dog? I don't even know what that thing is. So include your animals. And then lastly, I will end with a funny story, because I haven't got to tell you a funny story in a while. So I'm sure all of you probably have seen all of these lovely, heartwarming stories of teachers delivering things to their students, or driving by and all these little kids running out and they're so excited to see their teachers, and all this other nice, really heartwarming stuff. So Monday, we had our our AP Euro t-shirts. They're Warrior t-shirts we got on Monday, because again, I completely forgot about that and got them at the last minute. And I don't know, those of you that picked up stuff on Monday, you probably saw them in the box. And I had 5 kids that weren't able to do that. 3 were super simple because they live over by me. And then a couple others I took to other spots. So I'm delivering these shirts. I had to deliver one to Tim, so that was over by you, Courtney. That was easy, just put it by his door. I delivered one to Scott Brooklyn out at her house. She's got a dog, but thankfully some man came up and I'm like, hey, can you throw this shirt in the house? Sure. Then my other one was Lexi Simpson, and a strange man came walking through the woods at that point. Scared me a little bit. I'm like, is this the Simpson house? Because I want you to know I know who lives here in case you're an axe murderer. I know who you are. Nora Bedwell, who again has a dog like a giant. So I had to go to the church to deliver hers. And then last on my list was Wyatt Peel. Wyatt's just not even 5 minutes from me. I go, he's got a little cute dog. I'm sure it's the sweetest thing ever. It's a little lab, bouncy all over the place. It had its ball in its mouth, wanted me to play, but I'm not getting out of the car because I'm not trusting a dog. And so I call Wyatt and I see him looking at me in his front window. I see you, I'm calling you. I see you looking at me like, Wyatt. And I'm out delivering these shirts. And when I deliver them, like when I did Tim's, I'm like, oh, good luck, Tim. I touch it. And the same with Nora's, like, oh. And from from Wyatt, I get, why are you here? Yes, Wyatt, that's my loving, touching, heartwarm e-learning day, remote teaching experience. Wyatt asking me, why are you here? I'm like, just come out here. He wasn't even going to come out. I'm like, come out and get your stupid shirt, Wyatt. He's like, why are you here? I'm like, delivering this. So yeah, that was my warm teacher moment. And then yesterday, Carly, I don't know, those of you that know Carly Martineau, I'm sure this isn't a surprise. She's like the mother of our class. Like if people aren't on the Zoom, she's texting them like, you're supposed to be here. Walker missed one and she was really concerned about that. So Walker got her back yesterday because she texted him, their exam started at 4:00. She texted him at about 3:45 and said, okay, we're ready. And he's like, and then he texts her back. He goes, what are you talking about? She's like, we're ready. We're getting ready to take our exam. He's like, that's today. I'm in Terre Haute, which sends her like over the moon. And he was just kidding, which I thought was pretty funny because she's been like, you know, the little mother hen of our AP Euro, getting on people if they don't show up and sending them texts. And so Walker got her back. I think he missed it because they went turkey shooting in Missouri. Like, I don't know why you have to go to Missouri to shoot turkeys, and then he didn't get any turkeys. So there we go. All right, you guys can all unmute if you would like, and we can have a discussion. I don't know if Mason can talk. Anybody have questions? First, I want to make sure everybody feels alleviated of any of the stress of what the test is. Not that. I just mean the mechanics of the test, that you understand what you need to do. Okay.
Yeah.
And Gabe, anytime you need to leave. Okay. So what do we got?
Gabe, get out.
No.
Do we have to have 3 pieces outside
No.
info or 2?
Here's the thing. The way that all of those prompts read, there were 2 things. So like the French Revolution, evaluate if the French Revolution was fought for economic or political reasons. Evaluate if the Enlightenment brought about radical change or gradual change. So it looks like they went to a 2-type paragraph. So that's, if it has that, the only one that didn't was the Protestant Reformation. And the Protestant Reformation one said, evaluate if the Protestant Reformation had, what effect the Protestant Reformation had on the hierarchy. So it looks like they tried to change that into a 2-paragraph thing. Does that make sense? Mason.
Delaney.
Okay. Anybody else want to go to school? Haley, do you feel good about yours out where you are? Or do you want to go to school?
I'm going into town at my grandma's because she's got really good internet.
Okay, perfect. That was who I was most worried about. Wade, Michaela Grimes, Courtney. Anybody else? Shelby, got good Wi-Fi?
Bonnie says she might come.
Do what?
Bonnie just texted in the chat thing and said that she might come.
the love of my life left. What does that mean?
Gabe.
Gabe.
Oh, don't be saying stuff like that. That makes Bonnie, we can finally see Bonnie's face. Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
So I'm just going to say this again. I was telling Jay this. All of you really good writers, which most all of you I'm staring at are really good writers. This should be such a relief. Yes, Mason. Listen, Mason, you always say that you're not a good writer, but what you are is you're a very technical writer, right? You are just the facts, simply the facts. And that doesn't make you not a good writer. I'm trying to follow this. It doesn't make you not a good writer. Actually, it makes you a really good writer. Why can't I see what Bonnie's written? Okay, I might come. Okay, let me know, Bonnie. I'm gonna go ahead and say a yes.
Okay.
If you don't come, email me so I know that you're not just missing me. Okay.
So, like, the rooms that you go to the school, what kind
What?
of rooms? Like, classrooms or, like,
I think they're putting you in conference rooms.
okay, good. Those are
In the
great.
office and conference rooms, all spread out from each other. I don't think they'll put you in the same rooms. Don't let them put you in the same rooms. Not because I think you'll cheat, but I think you'll distract each other, right? Because all of you have different testing things on the way you do things. So, and again, I might be reading too much into the fact that the AP Euro ones were such iconic European topics, but I feel like that's a really fair thing to do, is stick with iconic topics and then maybe twist it, because the Protestant Reformation did it affect the hierarchy? So one, you had to know what the hierarchy was. You had to know there was stuff you had to know. But anyway, and I also felt, again, really good that all of my kids were able to upload. So far we've had 100% upload, and that's pretty awesome. So, and I don't know. And then we'll have our meeting at 3:30. So at 3:30, we'll do this tomorrow. And everybody, you don't have to, no, I don't want to get on. That was horrible. I don't want to. But every single one of my kids except 3, and that was because they all had birthday things that they were doing. But I think it's nice to have the debrief and talk about what everybody else had. Remember not to put anything on social media. As soon as that happened, everybody was putting their topics on social media. So don't do that. We still have that 48 hours. And I'm sure that's part of what you're doing that 30 minutes before is, saying you're not going to talk about it or post it or do any of those things. So you've got a long 30 minutes again on Twitter, just because that's the only thing I know how to do. Lots of kids were doing stuff in between, and it's okay if it alleviates your brain. Hey, I'm like today years old that I found out that you can make phone calls on Snapchat. Scared the bejeebies out of me. I don't do Snapchat. I just have Snapchat for my 2 children because they send me 2 pictures of their kids. But I got a phone call because my daughter Sheridan lives out by where Courtney lives, and the Wi-Fi isn't so great and it's hard for her to call me, but you can call on Snapchat. And I'm looking at my phone. I don't know how to operate Snapchat at all. So every time I look at a picture, I have to close it and reopen it again. So I don't know how to go through the pictures. I have lots of people that want to be on that friend thing. I don't want to be friends. So I'm very nervous about touching anything on Snapchat. And so I know this makes you guys, but that phone call really was very odd for me. Like, I don't know what to do. And then she had to text me like, I'm calling you on Snapchat. Answer. I don't know how to answer on Snapchat. So this is me making the moment light. I do hope you know that at 1:30, I will be about ready to throw up as you will. Like it will be, at least yours is at 2. Yesterday I had to wait till 3:30 for that exam, which made me a nervous wreck. So I'll be a nervous wreck with you. And everybody's got a space where nobody's going to bother them. Okay. Mason, do you have a question or you just throwing up gang signs for me.
Gang signs.
Gang signs. Okay. Let's see if I can do my west side. I don't know if I can still do my west side. My west side. West side. Okay. That's my lakeside west side. I can't really do it. Yeah, I'm not good with that stuff. So anyway. All right. Reagan, I'm just going to say relax with your timing. You'll be fine. Oh, that's a good one. What was that?
Blood. But I can't do it.
Rip? You can flash
I can't do it.
times. Blood.
I can't do it backwards though, so it's gonna be blood backwards. But just
Do you know the Bloods and Crips? Yeah. Okay.
We watched All
Oh,
American.
you're actually
That's about-
spelling blood. I'm pretty sure the Bloods will actually do that as their flash sign.
No.
They also have whistles. So the Bloods and the Crips have different whistle sounds. Because I can remember a couple of times walking through the mall and hearing it, and I was like, yeah, they have different like shrill sounds when they whistle for their gangs. Yeah, yeah, that's my gang sign, Abby. Eyeball, weird eyeball. That's what Mrs. Hannon has been doing. So I'll just throw out other stuff. Mrs. Hannon is ordering the 5 pairs of glasses from every single. Did I talk to some of you people about this already? Yes. Okay. Some of you already told me. Mrs. Hannon has been ordering glasses, those 5 try-on glasses from every like place of the world, and then asks me to look at them. And most all of them are exactly like the glasses that she had before. Like those look exactly like the ones you had, exactly like the ones you just had. Were these different? No, exactly like the ones you just had. So poor Mrs. Hannon has to work all next week. She just texted me like, I have to go in every day next week. I'm like, oh my gosh, like a regular work week. What is life? I don't even know what that would be like. That was part of my trouble today with, so those of you, I don't know that I got everybody. So seniors are having Rotary, virtual Rotary. So Shelby, Grace, you'll see this. You can laugh. I've already talked about it. And I recorded like a minute, 30 seconds for AP awards and a minute, 30 seconds for History Club awards. And I didn't want to do it like with my face this big. So I was sure they were going to put up a big giant screen. So I like wanted to stand back, which then meant I had to put clothes on. And at this moment, I'm not telling you too much to know that this is my t-shirt that I slept in. And this is just the sweatshirt I have over the top. That's pretty much been my life. Like, my sleeping t-shirt over this shirt. So I'm like, God, I gotta get like clothes on, and I have to like put on something. So that took me forever because then I had to find a place so that it wasn't my face. And then it took me an hour to record a minute and 30 seconds. So anyway, I'm just rattling, trying to alleviate any stress. Anybody got anything else? Make sure you eat a good lunch. Hydrate yourself. Go to the bathroom before 1:30. Make sure you take care of all those things. Anybody have content questions they want to ask me? Anything that you can think about?
I don't.
Since remember I said I thought there might be a change over time. Since there's going to be probably at least 4, and if they did 4 prompts for AP Euro, I bet there's way more than 4 for APUSH. And so because of that, and Jade's blowing bubbles. I bet that there's not going to be a change over time. Abby, what's your book that you're looking at? Oh, you're actually looking at a book.
I just want FDR. That's all that I
I
want.
just
That would be
don't want
good.
FDR.
You do or you don't?
No.
No, I know FDR.
I need like
Tell
older
us
stuff we did in class. That'll help me.
Yeah, that one would not be the best one to do.
I can probably do the very beginning that we talked about in FDR. And
The one we did yesterday on Canvas, I would have done great with it. That was the actual,
No, the women one?
the women one. I would have, that would have been perfect for me.
That was a-
And that was
I
That
feel
was
fun.
fabulous.
so good about the transportation one. I
Transportation.
don't know why.
yeah,
Make sure and
I felt like I was just hitting my head off the wall.
the transportation the transportation one really was 2 things, transportation and market. And the biggest thing from that is that the United States develops into sectionalism, right? That the South becomes agricultural. Yeah. And again, I meant to tell you this at the beginning. I have read all of these. I just don't have the time to highly critique them unless you heard something back from me about it. We're good. And then, last thing about typing. When you're typing, hitting those parentheses, especially for those of you that aren't awesome typers, that might be difficult for you to do. If you look right above the shift key, there's 2 brackets. You can use those brackets, or you don't have to do anything at all. Just type in doc 1, doc 2, doc 3. But those brackets, they don't require you to hit the shift. If you look on your keyboard, it's to the right of the P, and you can hit those without having to hit the shift or anything. Don't, again, worry about capitalization, punctuation, spelling. Don't proofread unless you really, really have a lot of extra time. But for the most part, again, just about everybody that I'm looking at, where did Delaney go? Delaney and everybody that I'm looking at right now are really good writers. You guys are. I wouldn't be saying that. Gabe left, so now I can say it. All of you are really good writers. No, I'm just kidding, Gabe. So, but I think that's the thing that all of you have improved the most about. And now instead of having to remember an entire book to answer 54 questions, right? This should be so much easier. It really should be. You guys know how to do this. Mason, what's your cat's name? Oh, it's Batsy. Betsy, Batsy, Bootsy.
Patsy.
Okay. Batsy like a bat.
I have
right?
a question.
My oldest daughter has a black kitty named Bat Kitty. Okay, yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I saw that the DBQ, it was changed to 10 points.
Yeah, it doesn't
instead
matter.
of 7.
So here's what the 10 points are. Normally it's 7. What those extra 3 points are is outside information. So instead of just giving you one, see, remember I told you that they were going to be very particular about outside information. You usually get 1 point for outside information. Now you get 2 points for outside information. So that's why I'm being like, really, really, really remember your outside information. And then the third point, what's the third point for? 2 points for using all the documents instead of 1. So the way that you write it has not changed. And that's why I didn't even mention that it changed to 10 points, because the way that you write it doesn't change. It's just the way that it's calculated that has changed. And typically you just get 1 point for outside information, which is why that's an easy point to get. You just drop something and we give it. Now it's 2 points. You really want what I've always made you do, put outside information in both paragraphs, is all you need to do. But thank you for bringing that up. That's all you got to do. So you guys keep moving around on my screen, which is kind of freaking me out a little bit, all over the place. And now Reagan and Bonnie are right beside each other. Not that you look like each other, but remember, I'm not wearing my glasses, and which is why I always have to go like that to see. You both have side ponytail. Just saying. I don't know if you can see each other, but you both got the side ponytail rocking too. So, all right. Anything else I can help you with?
Alex and Tucker said hi, Miss Norris. They were walking by.
You can FaceTime too? What do you mean?
Oh, yes, you can.
On Snapchat.
Oh,
Yeah. So you can do a call and see their faces.
I do not. I'm telling you, Snapchat scares me. I have all these people that are on that list. The only thing I've ever done on Snapchat is, again, with my own children, because that's an easy way to send pictures. And then Jason Mann, as a graduation present, wanted me to add him on Snapchat. I don't know how to add him on. He's added on Snapchat, but he sends the weirdest things ever. I don't even know if I'm supposed to understand what the stuff is about. I don't know what he's sending, and I think that's part of it, why it's weird. But on that thing, I have a whole bunch of people. Either they are my friends, I don't know. It has like the last weeks, like it's been 42 weeks. I'm like, I never did anything 42 weeks ago. I never shared anything with those pictures. I can't even make a little picture of myself. Yeah, so don't stress me out more about Snapchat. So, all right. Anything else? did you guys all get the remind that we were top 10 history club chapter? And some of you didn't know, I just want to make sure you know, that's out of 435 chapters, not like 2 or 10. So that was pretty exciting. I was very excited about that. Very excited about that. So Shelby, did you hear me talk about you'll get your honor cord for history club? They're ordered. I don't know when you're going to get them because I know you guys are actually having a graduation July something. So it's there. They have it at the office, and make sure that you have that or they get that to you. Okay, Shelby? Okay. And that will be awesome for you guys next year. They're maroon honor cords. They don't really go very well with purple, but it's pretty awesome. So anybody else have anything exciting other than animals are taking over the world? Animals.
I'm making another shirt
Oh, let me see.
and sewing. Okay, well, it's not done yet, but it's for Mindy. And so it's kind of like a crop top thing. And then you tie it, and so it closes.
That's
But
cool. That's very
is
cool.
it.
Lexi has her hand up. Yes, Lexi. I like
They
that.
canceled Miss Indiana.
They what?
They canceled Miss Indiana.
Why are you excited about that? They just all the way canceled it all together?
Yeah, but I hold my title for another whole year, so I get to compete.
Okay. Well,
So
that's
I'm still
pretty cool.
for another really long amount of time.
Well, that's pretty cool. I'm sure your dad feels awesome about all those things he purchased.
Yeah, like all the banners and card magnets and autographs, all that. Yeah, so he still gets to use them.
Okay. But yeah, that would be the first thing. Oh, here comes Jackie. Jackie. I haven't seen Jackie forever. Let's see if she pops on where she's going to be at. Where is she? She says she's here. Oh gosh. Dang it. I just made that giant. Okay. I don't see Jackie. Where are you at, Jackie?
Oh,
There she is. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Bye, Jade. She just left. See you, Jade. All right. Anybody else that has to go? Hi, Jackie. This is recorded, so you can look at it later, although I don't know how. How do you get the recording? Do I have to send it to you?
I have no idea.
Okay. Another thing.
Yeah, Hollis tries to record them and then put them on Canvas, but then I never see the link to it, so I don't know.
I'll try. I will try and see if I can figure out how to get it on somewhere so that you can view it, because it would be awesome. Just watching Mason change his attire and then us talking about getting rid of moves. So that's always great. So just so that you know, I am having right after this one, I think at 5 o'clock, with my AP kids from last year, because we usually have a party. And see, this is what we're not getting. This is, again, if I talk about it too much, it will make me cry. Like, we won't be having our awards like our 3 years in a row club, my people that never filled out yellow sheets, and I give everybody an award like Miss Sunshine Award, most likely to succeed, Miss Procrastinator. I have all these awesome awards that I give out. So I know most of them are pretty fun. Some of them are pretty snarky. I actually think I have one called the Snarky Award, I think. But Kenny's like, is that for me? So that's why we'll have to, after June 30th, make sure that we find a date that everybody can get together and finish our year like a real year. Because we didn't even get our ice cream. Like, that's the other thing. Ice cream. So.
Also, our flag. We gotta come up with a flag
I
idea.
have a flag. I haven't.
They pushed me off a cliff.
You can't use that.
Someone's already got that up there.
Really? I didn't see it.
Come
We
on.
should make it Corona themed. Let's just be honest
Well,
here.
that's what
It
my
should have
my
some
AP
kind of
Euro,
theme.
my AP Euro did that. They changed it to Corona teens or quarantine. Like with yeah. So, oh, there's a cute cat. What's your cat's name?
Cole.
I like the gray cat.
I gave her that cat.
She did.
That's a pretty cat. His name is Cole.
Yeah.
Like coal in the ground.
It was that, but I've changed it because my dad used to work for like the account for coal mine. I just got tired of that.
Yeah.
It's a real person. Not a real person.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have anything exciting? When I think, hi, Jack. When I think of Cole, because I love the TV show Charmed, that's what I think of, Cole the Demon. But I'm sure that's not what you were thinking about. I love that TV show.
Ruby King would be here.
Hi, Jackie. And there is Ruby.
Yeah, I was gonna show you all that she's got nice. She went to the groomer and got all washed, but she's being lazy and won't show her face.
Okay.
So if I pass the exam, you guys
You
think
what?
I should join the volleyball team?
Yes.
Never played. If I pass,
TikToks about them.
Oh my gosh, really funny. That's very funny. All right. So anybody else?
Alex and Tucker said hi, and they said that you should feel lucky that they didn't join the Zoom.
Oh, they should have joined. I would have loved to have seen them. Especially Alex, Tucker, and no, I'm just kidding. Hi, Abby. Abby's leaving. See ya. Good luck tomorrow. Watch for my emails tomorrow, okay? I should have said that before everybody left, but really, you guys are amazing. And good luck. I know I'm not very good at that either. I can't flash any kind of signs. When is online Rotary? I think it's Monday. Monday, Grace. I think it's Monday sometime. Monday evening, 5 o'clock-ish, I think. I'm not sure.
I haven't gotten
I
told
just-
anything
huh?
about that.
What?
I haven't been told anything about that.
I don't know. You might email Mr. Listener tomorrow and find out.
Okay.
And I don't know when they're doing it or how they're doing it. If they're just putting it on, because it's online. But I don't know where they're putting it. Unless they're putting it on the website or what. So, how have you been, Jackie?
Pretty good.
All right. Anybody else have anything fun? Mason, what is that? Oh, guys, now I got a chicken.
It's a chicken.
See, it's a chicken. It's a really cool looking chicken. Yeah. You could. How are you doing that? Oh, you're just.
I
putting all
changed my
sorts of-
background.
Oh, there's your brother. All right, Grace. Good luck tomorrow.
He's really excited to take history.
He's what?
He's excited to take world history this year.
Oh, yay! Anybody else's brother and sister? Reagan, I wish you could convince your sister to take AP Euro. I know. I think that's always a hard thing when they have siblings that see the agony and the not the defeat, but the agony. Like it's not that bad.
Both, really.
It's not bad. No. AP Euro? Oh gosh, no. That's what I told them yesterday. I'm like, you just finished the worst thing that's going to happen to you in high school. So you're good.
Yeah.
Nothing else can knock you down because you have completed AP Euro. Nothing else. Are you outside now, Lexi? Yeah. Bonnie, what are you doing? Oh, she just put.
Making earrings.
You're what?
Making earrings.
Making earrings. You're being productive. I knew you were doing something. I just couldn't see. You were very. Oh, Shelby just got mauled by her dog. We don't see Shelby anymore. She's being mauled by her dog. That is a big dog. That is a huge dog. Well, yesterday, I will tell you guys this. I didn't tell my AP Euro kids. My lovely dog Scout was right under me while I was trying to have this serious conversation with my AP Euro kids, getting them all the information. Did the biggest dog gassy bomb. And if any of you have dogs, you know dog gas bombs are like special, like hazardous gas material. And I'm trying to be like, because the discussion was all the stuff we had at the beginning. And I'm like, oh, okay. I can't, yeah, it was bad. That was my dog Scout. I don't know where she's at right now, but yeah. She drives me insane. She's where I'm at everywhere. Now Mason is, who is that, Mason?
It's Nicolas Cage.
You know who I haven't seen is Nick. Where is, oh, that's, who was my person that was in love with Nicolas Cage? That's you, isn't it, Delaney? No. No, who is my person that, wait, there's somebody. It was last year. Nicolas Cage. Who was one of my A-Push kids last year. Oh my gosh, now it's going to make me crazy. Was it Morgan?
I can only think, yeah, I think it'd be Morgan or Sydney Griggs.
No, it wasn't Sydney. Oh gosh, who is it? It's somebody that's in that group. Oh my gosh, who is it? Okay. I can't remember now. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, you're just moving all over the place, Lexi. All right. So Bonnie, if you want, so I gotta let him know, Courtney, Bonnie, I'll go ahead and say yes for you, but make sure you let somebody know if you are or if you're not. And if you are, make sure you're at the school like at 1:15 so that you have time to get in there and get seated. Jackie, you gotta be on there at 1:30, right? Okay. And all that stuff is recorded. I'll try to figure out how to put it on Canvas so you can watch it because it's pretty humorous. You missed some funny stuff. This is what happens. I don't have anybody to talk to all day, and then I just ramble. Now your dog's being a good dog. What's your dog's name, Shelby? Oh, she's on mute.
Bandit.
What's his name?
Bandit.
Bandit. That's a good name. Now Mason's upside down. I thought maybe you were drawing John Brown. That would have been a better thing than Nicolas Cage. I was going to guess John Brown. Like, hey.
No, that's Nicolas Cage. Sad that he's alive.
He is kind of weird, isn't he? Yeah. Now what
Have
are
you seen the new movies?
I haven't seen very many new movies lately. The newest movies I've seen are picture movies. That's all I've got. So. That's
But
all.
this drawing that I have now, that was a character I used in my English project.
Oh, okay. So there is it's a fiction book. It's called The Good Lord Bird. The Good Lord Bird, I think. It's about John Brown. And I can't remember, I don't know what all these streaming things are, but they're doing that on streaming and it is awesome. It's fiction, but it's really good. It's called The Good Lord Bird. Yeah, Hamilton. Did we talk about that the other day?
I don't think we did, but it's on Disney Plus.
Yes, I don't get, that was my AP Euro kids. We were talking about Hamilton with Disney Plus. I don't have Disney Plus because I always have issues with all those stupid, I know lots of you like those Disney princesses, but they kind of drive me nuts after a while. Like Little Mermaid, write them a note. I'm the girl that saved you, but I don't have a voice. But guess what? I can write, and I don't have to have that awful Ursula take over. Yeah, see, I can write. So I guess I'm going to have to get that because I've been Googling, is it going to go out on DVD or anything? And I don't think it is. So I'm going to have to get at least for a month to get so I can see Hamilton. I think is it July 4th?
I think so.
July 4th that Hamilton's going to be on Disney Plus. So that's pretty awesome for those of you that haven't seen it. And, oh, this is the other thing I discussed. For a History Club trip that probably wouldn't be during the week, but the musical Six, which is about Henry VIII's 6 wives, is going to be in Chicago, and it's going to be in Chicago up until about October. I feel like the seats will still be pretty cheap because they're trying to probably sell out and recover from not having anybody there, but I'm going to look into that because I'm going to go to that myself because I really want to see that, play very much so. So anyway, anybody else have anything fun to add before we head out? And I got to remember to stop the recording. Okay. I like your shirt, Reagan. Don't forget to wear your AP Euro shirts. And I feel really bad, Jackie, that you don't have one because we didn't do an order like we were at school. So, and I do have a folder for you to put your picture of your selfie and your testing place. So make sure you upload that to the Google Drive. I think I might have already emailed it to you. So hopefully you can get into it. So Good luck, people. You're more than ready. Make sure you got your cheat sheets all laid out. All that other good stuff. I will be by my laptop at 1:30 in case something goes wrong. So email me. I will be monitoring my email. I hope I don't hear from any of you. Alex Baker, that was the other thing. Sorry. Yeah, she looks up at me. He's emailing me and answering emails that I sent him like 2 weeks ago. I'm like,
Because his mom is making him.
are you answering emails at, well, I want him to do that, but I don't want you to do it 15 minutes before you take the AP Euro exam, making me a nervous wreck. Like, and then he didn't answer me back because he emailed me something, and all I emailed back is, why are you emailing me right now? Are you logged into your AP Euro test? And then 800 question marks, and then he doesn't email back. Yeah, that was not good, especially after Damon. That sending me over the edge. I cannot tell you, like, seriously, if I would have been able to eat lunch, I probably would have thrown my lunch up because, yeah, I was very nervous for my Euro kids because they, at least I feel confident that you guys have had the experience with time test and all that, but yeah, not so much then. Not so much, but anyway. Okay. We're off. We're on. Everybody's good. Good luck. I'll send you probably at least 2 emails tomorrow. Although this morning, I answered one of my little world history kids, and I think she just emailed me back. I answered her email. She sent me one like a gazillion at what time? Yes. So she emailed me something, and I responded to her at 7:30 in the morning, which then she responded right back. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're up early, or are you still up and getting ready to go to bed? And she just said, yep, I was headed to bed at 7:30 in the flipping morning. Yeah. Well, that was the other thing that Carly Martineau was getting all crazy about yesterday with Wyatt, because Gavin said, well, Wyatt probably talked to you like that because he was just getting up. And I was like, it was 3:30. And Wyatt goes, yeah, I was just getting up. And Carly Martineau's like, your mom lets you sleep till 3:30? You don't have things to do in the day? And I'm like, Carly, I know your mom. I know your mom's not ever letting you sleep till 3:30 in the afternoon. But yeah, so no, I don't think my sleep schedule's a little weird because I don't sleep as deeply, I think, because I don't have anything that I am doing except reading, and my time is still pretty clear, but because I have to be up at 9 o'clock to do online learning where none of you are there. I seriously am going to say, if we ever do this again, like, high schoolers should not be given the same hours as elementary kids, because you guys are not up at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yes. Are you saying go preach it, sister? Yeah. Because I get emails like at 2 o'clock. Some of you are like, some of my regular U.S. history kids were finishing their tests at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, I would never be up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Anyway. All right. Well, good luck tomorrow. Please be confident in yourself. You guys know how to do this. And I promise the first thing, that thesis statement sets the tone for everything else. After you get your thesis statement, and remember, this time probably you're going to be asked about 2 things. So don't feel like you need to do the 3 paragraphs unless it's instantly recognizable 3. If it looks like a 2-paragraph thing, go 2 paragraphs. You got 5 documents. And again, all 4 of those prompts that my AP Euro kids had, one of them was an image, a picture, a map, something. So really you just got 4, and they all said they were really short. So somebody just left. So, all right. So good luck tomorrow. Have a great day. Get lots of sleep. Please set an alarm. How many of you normally aren't up at 2 o'clock? Be real. Okay. 2 o'clock. Yeah. Mason. Yeah. Set yourself an alarm to get up at least by noon so you can eat like something before you start and all that other good stuff. Okay. All right. I miss seeing you guys very much, and it's really hard for me not to want to come by your houses, and I might get the whole Wyatt thing. Why are you here, crazy lady? All right. Well, hasta la vista, and we'll see. Those of you that want to join tomorrow, we will be here at 3:30. Don't feel like you have to if you don't want to, but I'm hoping it's the celebration, like woo, because that's kind of what we did with our AP Euro kids. I think they were all really, I felt really good about it, except the Napoleon people. Napoleon people weren't feeling that great because I think the song freaked them out. I'm like, it's the same thing as a picture or anything else. So, all right. Bye, people. See you tomorrow. Good luck. I'll be sending you all kinds of AP love at 2 o'clock. You will feel it. I will be sending it to each and every one of you. Okay. Bye. Now I'm going to